Welcome, race fans here tonight. I would like to give everybody a heads up here, real quick, as we are getting ready for Area 51 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We do got, again, technical issues with YouTube. Don't know what their ordeal is or what they're doing over there, but all I could say is that YouTube is just every day becoming worse and worse, if you ask me. That's just my personal opinion. But all right, well, we're going to get ready to get freaky nuts here. Just head over to the Facebook side of things, and we should be good to go. And I will get YouTube uploaded later for everybody to go back and watch. And we are welcomed here tonight with Brian Johnson and Zach Hall.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how's it going tonight?
Good. Just to give you two an update, I just went through the spiel with everybody out there. I let them know YouTube again is not working. I have no clue why.
Yeah, I was actually just about to tell you that.
Yeah, I don't have an answer. I don't know why. I don't know what YouTube is doing. I'm so tired of YouTube. I don't know, but I just left them know to go over to the Facebook. So, Zach, if you get time, can you give them a link to find us over there on Facebook?
I can search that up real quick, and I'll get that in here in their Discord.
Thank you. But all right, well, qualifying's ending here, everybody, as these guys are getting ready to take on Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Sorry for the technical problems, but I know we're not the only one, Brian. I've been heard through the streaming world that people ain't happy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. They changed YouTube's algorithms over there again. So.
Oh yeah, that happens from time to time, and people don't like it when they get views taken away from them.
Yeah, that, and there's a whole bunch of things that they're just I don't know. We're not going to dwell on it. We got one to green here. We're going to get ready to watch these guys get nuts and get fast here, and I will get it uploaded later on the YouTube for people to go back and watch again. But I do appreciate everybody tuning out on the Facebook side. But all right, Brian, well, these guys are going to get ready here to grid as what can you say as we get running through the top 10 here in the grid where these guys are going to be starting, as everybody's going to be looking for their favorite driver? But what can you say about this track after you read off the top 10 there, bud?
Yeah, well, Robert Ballantyne grabbed himself a pole with a 48.94. Only person to break that 49-second mark. We got David Leclerc in second, Bud Steele in third, Brad L. Bothwell in fourth, John Stathicus. See, I ran that name earlier and I was doing fine, and of course when we go live. But anyway, he's starting fifth, Ken Worley sixth, Dude Conrad seventh, Ryan Kelly eighth, Logan Helton ninth, and John Brill is going to start in the 10th place position as we start out this 187.5-mile race, 75 laps at Indianapolis. We got a 75% fuel load, so I'm thinking maybe lower 30s for a fuel run. Zach's probably got a more accurate number on that. But yeah, this race is going to be really an endurance race. Dirty air is nasty here. You want to stay out of that dirty air, especially once the tires warm up and wear down, probably about after 4 to 5 laps. You can go wide open for a couple laps here in these A cars, but clean air is going to be super important. Keeping that right front under you is going to be super important. Where the left front and the right front do wear the same amount here, so I don't believe you'll be seeing anybody take 2 tires. It's always going to be a 4-tire stop, and passing can be difficult as well. You're pretty much going to have to hope that the guy in front of you kind of overdoes it, coming out of 1 or coming out of 3. Those are going to be the spots to watch out for, is people getting tight and pushing out of 1 and 3. So it's going to be an interesting race. We got 3 fast fixes here tonight, so everybody should make it to the end unless some terrible, unfortunate things happen to them. But yeah, that's the only thing that comes to mind for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, turn 1 is critical to get a good lap around here because that is a key turn to be able to, get through there between turn 1 and turn 2 to get down that backstretch to get a decent lap. I know from experience, if you mess up that turn, your lap times normally is not going to be good. So to me, who can manhandle turn 1 is what I like to say.
Yeah, turn 1 can be difficult. For a really good lap time, you really want to focus on the exit of 2 and 4 because that's going to lead you straight down the backstretch. So if you can, slow in, fast out 2 and 4, you'll be set. 3 can sometimes be more difficult than 1 because it sees more sun throughout the year, so it's slightly a bit more worn than 1. But 1 is definitely it's one of those turns that kind of it's almost like a optical illusion because of the stand so close to it. It can kind of distract your eyes. But yeah.
The 2 things I'll look for is drivers hitting their marks. It's going to be all about sticking that left front tire around that white line, getting it up under it, and keeping a nice clean line and dirty air all night long. We're going to talk about clean air and dirty air. So let's see what these boys can do as this pace car pulls off.
All right, pace car ducks off as we're going to get ready to go freaky crazy here as the green flag flies here for 75 laps here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with Area 51.
Good restart from all these guys, pretty even, and we're going to see that in the first 3 laps. These guys are going to be pretty much nose-to-tail drafting. You're going to see a lot of big moves being made here. This is going to be the time that you want to get as many moves as you can done because like I said, dirty air is just such a hard thing to pass through. You're going to have to be a lot faster than the guy ahead of you to run down the dirty air and pass him. And we can already see this pack of 5 cars kind of broken away right here. Some hard energy being pushed up on the outside line as that number 70 pulls back down to the bottom.
Yeah, and you could just see how much that clean air, even on these brand spanking new tires, you see how much that clean air is helping that 70 stay up front and help him get a little bit of gap through the corners. But you can see the 94 down the backstretch gets a nice suck up to him. And now we got a bit of a 3-car breakaway. This 94 looks on the inside.
Looks like 94 is going to make the pass. He's going to slide up in front there of Brad Bothwell. Nice pass from the 94 Brad there. He started 4th. He's up to 1st place. See, that's the thing. You're going to have to get as many positions as you can because once you start to start lifting, dirty air has become a real huge factor. And you see Brad goes defensive. He lets the 70 of Robert there get to the high side because that bottom is going to be king at the moment.
Yeah, right now in about 10 laps, you're going to want the outside lane. It's
definitely.
It's kind of funny. Indianapolis used to not be like that, but now the primary lane does change for passing.
Especially for passing. If you're all by yourself, it's definitely still at the bottom, but it's very tough to pass someone at the bottom here later in the run. As you can see, look at the 08 there, Brian. So John, he's going to stick his nose under our pulsator. Robert, look, you said out of 2.
Out of 1.
Yep, out of 1 there. 08 just got a little greedy, and that's what's going to happen there is Donald Stewart now. Look at him in the 78 01 machine. He's going to try to get that draft and suck up to this 08 as he's lost some momentum. And in this package, momentum is the key. As you see, Brad starting to gap the field a little bit here. That air.
Yeah, momentum is huge, especially at this track. And you wouldn't think Indianapolis has a momentum track, but it definitely is with this package now. As we got behind them, 13 looking underneath the 11 out of 4. And unfortunately, that outside lane just a little bit momentum there.
Yeah, we seen Ken last week run really, really good last week in that 11, Brian. I know you weren't here with us, but he was very quick in that 11. So I'm gonna look to see what he can do. You can see out of 1 there.
Had to get out of it.
13 though was very patient. He was very conservative. Look at him. He's gonna make the pass on the bottom there of the 11. So moving up for Ryan Kelly there, up to 5th, Brian. And even back here, farther back, we have looks like Raymond in the 87 here on the outside. You got Jack Walls in the 83 here battling for a top 10 position.
Here we got the 78 looking to clear the 08 out of 4 right here, out of 3 rather. That 08 maybe a little bit of damage. I'll have to take a closer look.
Yeah, he definitely has a little bit of right front damage. He barely grazed it though. It's not your normal.
It's not much,
it's not
but
terrible.
It's enough.
But it's this track you're not gonna want any. especially this one. You can see the 78 Donald still there, up from 13th to 3rd, Brian. Big mover
That's
here.
crazy.
Wow, that is impressive to look at right there. He got a lot of positions early in that run.
Yellow.
We got a yellow.
We got a caution.
Caution is
Looks like this was David Edwards, I believe, in the 15. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's all sideways.
All right.
Oh, and it was where Brian said the trouble would be tonight, off of 1, that dirty air.
Yeah, the dirty air definitely got him there because this is the part of the run where the tires start wearing off and you do have to start letting up a little bit. And if you aren't prepared for it, that right there is going to happen to you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he was going down the front stretch there, guys, and he was scraping the wall. Like, he scraped it twice, and then he went through the first turn and then really scraped it.
Definitely. It's what we're going to see a lot of tonight, and especially the farther back these guys are, the worse the dirty air is. Especially when you're a huge pack like that, no lane has air, and this package is really, you got to change your thought process because you used to want to go faster than the guy heading through the corners, but you kind of got to break even at this racetrack. If you can break even with them through the corner, and then come down that straightaway with this draft package, you can actually make up time on a driver. But you have to break even and not be too greedy. Try to get that. You got to make sure you turn. It's the dirty air will really just it makes that car not have the aerodynamics, no front end grip, and it equates to having to lift. And when you lift at this racetrack, it equates to losing lap time. So, and major lap time with these long straightaways.
Yeah, dirty air here is like really, really. I mean, a lot of it's dirty no matter where we go, but I think it's a little bit more here at this track. I don't know if these guys agree with me on that one.
I completely agree with that.
100%.
It's mostly due to, wouldn't you say, Brian, maybe just the one lane nature of this racetrack. You have one lane. You're not. You got to be down there on the bottom if you want to make lap time around this racetrack. And you have a guy in front of you can't make lap time there if they're in front of you. So.
No, not at all, because you have to have it. It's kind of odd, but it's quite of a long arch that you have to do in these corners. So you got to take up all the racetrack, and if part of that racetrack in front of you has dirty air, then you can't do what you normally can do.
And you already see these guys pit because of that.
Yeah, and again, the other thing. One lane nature racetrack, but and the banking as well.
The flat,
just not much banking here. So
such a flat racetrack.
Downforce is helping you so much at this track.
Yeah, and you are carrying very high speeds through these corners, so
that too.
The flatness will help there. So, I mean, the flatness does not help the dirty air there. If it had a little more banking like we did at Las Vegas, you can run more laps wide open. But here it's going to be 1 to 2 laps. That's about all you're going to get. If you can get one lap even wide open here in the dirty air, it's going to be impressive. But it's something these guys are going to have to play with all night long.
Well, what are we looking at on fuel for these guys at this over 2 mile track here?
Well, I had mentioned before the race at a 75% full tank, probably lower 30s would be my guess. I don't know what Zach thinks on that. I think he has he might actually do the math on this.
Yeah, as this race say, have him bring out his stat book.
It's Captain Crunch over here.
Yeah.
We got 7 laps, or we're on the 7th lap, so 6 laps completed. Out of 75, John Brill is leading the race as of right now with Brad Bothwell in 2nd and Robert Valentine in 3rd. It's been pretty good so far. Had some passes, really nice passes. John Brill, he's up from 10th, and again Donald Stewart in the 78 up to 4th from 13th. So that's getting the job done so far.
I was just ready to say, John stayed out, but he decided to come down here with 1 to go. So that's going to show him way
points.
back.
Yeah, most likely to get that bonus point. It's going to be tough to get to that lead through this pack with this air. I think he's figured. Might as well get a bonus point. It'll give you one more. If you finish 8th, it'll be like almost getting 7th. So,
yeah,
it's always a good thing to have.
You might finish 8th, but the standings show 7th.
Definitely, and points at the end of the day will matter. So, see, this is gonna be interesting here because we had our pulsator on drop all the way back to at least 6th there. So he's going to have to make up some positions here. And we've had some pretty big moves through the field of Donald Stewart, especially, and Ryan Kelly in that 13. So it'd be interesting to see like how Brad Bothwell is going to, play this here, because he got the lead by not being the leader and just getting the run at the right time of the run and getting ahead. So it'll be very, very intriguing how this plays out and see who really has the pace to lead this race.
A quick question here: are you guys seeing the 87 at the top of the board?
Actually, I am.
With no number.
Okay, because he had popped up there just kind of because he
wasn't there
before.
for a sec. Yeah.
Now he is. I didn't know if that was on my end or.
He did a magic trick.
Yeah, he did. He popped up out of nowhere.
Well,
yeah, actually, I'm sorry about that, everybody.
I'm seeing him with no number.
I see his number, but
yeah,
I didn't see his car, and he wasn't on my scoreboard for a long time there.
It may have been blinking out, perhaps.
Yeah, he possibly blinked out for us there, but he's back. He is in the lead, so.
Well,
87, he's up from 12th to 1st.
Well, we're going to have to ask him his magic trick, because we need to do that into the road to pro, right, guys?
Yeah.
We don't need magic tricks.
Yeah, we don't need magic tricks.
Don't matter if you need them. I would use them.
We'd use them, though, yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
He found a shortcut somewhere, and all these other guys are like, hey, where's that tunnel you found?
Right. It's a big enough track, he probably could get away with it.
That's for sure.
2.5 miles.
Yeah.
Of over 100 years of history.
Yeah. Well, speaking of history, good transition there of Brian. When was this track? Do you guys know when the track was built?
I want to say 1908. What was that, Zach?
What's that?
1902?
1902.
It was,
well, it's a shame I'm not at a computer.
1909. It's a shame I'm not at a computer. Really?
I knew it was like I knew it was around like 100 and almost 20 now or something like that. So.
Well, they said it cost
like
$3 million to build it back then, in 2006.
And it was all bricks.
That standard, 2006, it would have cost $73 million to build it.
Well, even then, that's kind of cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about that was built at such an early age and how big this racetrack is. It was all bricks, hand-laid bricks.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. So.
Yeah, it's 110 years old. Unreal.
She ages nicely.
Well, that she does. I was happy to see when NASCAR came here to run this track. It was
1994.
Well, yes, and who won that inaugural race after?
Jeff Gordon.
Okay, okay. Okay, that was easy, right?
Whoa, a little bit ahead.
And green's out. Off we go.
87.
I don't know what happened there, but all is well.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe the 87 had slowed down a little bit there, Brian. But he actually held a pretty good pace. So I think the 94 just got a little bit too caught up in trying to get rolling there. He got a little too far ahead. That cut him out because he had to slow down. And they got a car wrecking in the back. I don't know who that is, but it's a big hard wreck right where Brad Keselowski wrecked. That was Bud Steele.
Bud Steele.
Hard wreck.
No caution.
And he has no
Something
hood.
gets loose in front of the field. Oh no! And the 78's on the wall. Oh wait!
Big wreck. Big wreck.
That was second place too.
That was our leader, right?
That was right in the front of the field. 87 got loose.
Tires, Brian. Because I had not.
Did he take two?
Did he take two on that pit stop? That was my question.
Yes, he did.
That's exactly the case of taking two tires right here at a racetrack. It really eats the tires off.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I said, left front wears
second.
down just as much as the right front, so.
Definitely.
All right, well, let's go back and see if we can go back. Okay. See if we can see exactly what happens here to the 78. See, he's right behind the 87, coming down, going down the back stretch here. Have to go back a little bit farther, everybody, but he's pushing the 87 pretty hard. And he comes into turn 3. It's looking all good. And, oh, no, the 87 got loose, and the 78 had to check up, and that caused a chain reaction, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the 87 also took 2 tires. So
okay, so the 78 took 2 tires also. Oh, I was talking about the 87 taking 2
no,
tires.
yeah, I was talking
actually,
about
I'm
87
wrong.
as well.
The 78. Okay,
full,
you
right?
were talking about the 87. And
Yeah, we're talking about the 87.
Mhm.
Okay, so I flipped the
leader.
numbers.
Yeah, they are. That's true. They're flip flop there. But
Yeah, okay. I was looking at the scoring pylon, but yeah, okay, you guys are right, and I'm always wrong. I know.
yeah, Raymond took 2, I thought.
Yeah, and so did Bud. So he paid.
dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So unfortunately, the 78 had nowhere to go, as we all seen that on the replay there, and all is all now. But you said they got 3.
3 fast repairs, so
Yeah.
car's not going to be hurt, but what's going to
There's
hurt
no
them the
what?
most is track position.
Right.
The one's at the back of the field here for me, but he's scored his first.
I'm showing
This
this
guys
is
are already ahead of the pace car. I think he's way ahead of the pace car.
Well, we
yes, they
got
are.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 70 and the 1 are basically coming to a stop.
Yeah, they're in 1 and 2. The pace car is just getting to 1 or 3.
These guys are in the middle of 3 and 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the leader. So he's
And
not
whatever
he's
end of
not
the track
check it
this
way
is.
up if he looks like everybody's got to come down pit road, so he's gonna miss pit road.
All right, now the 1 is taking over the lead, which you were right there, Zach. So 70 falls now back to 2nd. And it
We got
is
some weird stuff going on, ladies
yeah,
and gentlemen.
yeah, give us time.
Yeah, this is some 1980s NASCAR scoring issue here.
Yeah, because you also have the 1 there in front of them, so they're both I think they're both waiting for the pace car here.
They're both stopped, yeah,
Yeah.
at the entrance
The
of
pace car's
pit
only in the
road.
middle of the backstretch.
Well, we might see a little bit of confusion here. They might throw a delay too.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
no.
the 87 hits the wall under caution
Oh,
and careens to the inside wall.
did he blow a tire?
That's what it looked like.
All that damage could have cut a tire down.
I think he's trying to.
The 87.
He's a lap down. No, the 88.
Okay.
Oh, the 88. Oh, yeah, okay.
He's
Yeah, he
not
No.
quite sure. He's a lap down. No, he's in front of pit road.
All
He's
right.
just gonna go right in.
Okay. Give us a chance up here. We're waiting for the officials down on the
There's
track
pace
here
car.
to fix everything, because I think the official scoring is all messed up here. So
yeah, just a little bit. So I think after this, though, I think it'll be good. We'll
A lot of
see who
people are
leads.
staying out.
Well, they already pitted, Brian. That's the
Oh,
thing. They already pitted. So yeah, the 1 and the 70 were like way too far out ahead of the pace car.
I'm up to speed now.
Yeah.
I thought they had just caught up to the pace car.
Nah. So
I
now
see.
James leads with Logan Helton in the 63, Ted Decker Jr., David Leclerc. I think David got an EOL to start this race. So did Logan. So those two started in the rear field there, the 50 and 63. Also got Charles Johnson there in the 14.
Yeah, I believe he had a EOL to start the race as well.
And the 5 last week at Las Vegas making some big moves. Tyler Hurlbut. And then it'll be interesting. I think the 1 and the 70 are going to go straight into this pretty much field, because they missed pit road. They didn't get the pit with everybody, so everybody kind of jumped.
Yeah. So all that track position out the window.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna do some math here and see if I can figure out these guys' fuel situation for if we get a long run here. Because this track can very much come down to
I may
fuel mileage
actually
battle.
may have some numbers to look at real quick.
That's what I'm. Well,
all right. Well, while them guys are crunching some numbers out there, hopefully everybody on the Facebook side of things are enjoying the broadcast here. And again, I do want to send out the apology like I did 2 weeks ago. Don't know what's going on with it, but YouTube is YouTube. That's basically all I can say. I don't want to sit here and bash anything because that's not what we're about. So, but YouTube is YouTube, and we'll leave it at that. But we're still under yellow. We still got 2.5 miles to go around here, as we will be going green this time by. But I do want to give a shout out to, and we do got some announcements to come with this. One of the proud sponsors of Freaky Fast, 30 Air Podcast. This week coming up, tune in Tuesday night, 11 o'clock on Facebook and on the other platforms that they have, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Facebook, like I said, things like that. But the news on this is a very, very exciting news for, in general, people that enjoy listening to these guys, which is hosted by Zach Hall and Brian Johnson that are up here in the booth, is that they are moving their time slot from Tuesday to Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern on Wednesdays. So they'll be able to talk about the peak races and things that are going on in iRacing and real world racing, instead of being rushed into everything at the end of the night and try to do everything at 11 o'clock when everybody's basically going to bed for work. So, is there anything else you want to add to that, Zach or Brian, before we do go back green here?
Yeah, just that it's October 9th. It will be the first Wednesday that we have the Wednesday night podcast. So definitely come check it out at 9 p.m. Eastern, Dirty Air Podcast on Twitter and Facebook. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, we're on Twitter too. Okay, that's right.
Yep.
You're going there too. All right. Well, pace car's going in, and we'll talk a little bit more about 30 Air Podcast when we get a chance here.
Green flag.
And green's out. Here we go. Looks like the running order is now all fixed here tonight. So we'll see who's going to be in the lead here, as it looks like James in that 48 lows. And
Big.
Looks like the 70 was involved in that one, I think.
I saw a big checkup at the beginning. Yeah, that's where the checkup was.
Oh, it was the 90.
Oh, there was damage. There was a damaged car.
Oh, what's that? It looked like the 94 was checking up a little bit. Whoa! All right, well,
he just got. There's only enough room there.
And we'll leave it at that and move on to the live.
Yeah, look, just a little crab walking there in the car. And he just
Yeah.
Then
he had a lot of rear end damage on that thing.
Yeah. And no front end also. So.
Yeah, and you, like you
Very
said,
hurt car.
I'm not saying that he went down and intentionally wrecked him. I'm just, crab walking.
Yeah.
That's why I went, we'll leave it at that, because you could see it just all of a sudden just crab walk.
Yeah, it looked very unstable in the straight line even. So that was unfortunate for a few guys there. He's got to catch up to the pace car.
And
Back to the fuel conversation.
Yeah, true.
According to my calculations, we can go 24.1 laps.
Okay, cool. I came out with 24.6, but 24. That's what I was gonna say. So.
Well, it depends on whether you calculate it as 0.56 or 0.57 gallons a lap, which is what
I did
we're-
0.569.
wow. Okay.
Oh, well, that's just ridiculous.
That's the average over what I have with my dad.
I did 0.57, so I had 1,000th on it.
You were leading. I had the draft to help, but
That's
That's where you save that fuel.
Well, like I was saying, now we know about what we're roughly looking at, 24 here, like you guys said, on the fuel. But to get back to what I was saying is that, we're back now under caution. This is going to be a long caution until we go back green. So while we have the time, is there anything else that you would like to add here on your Dirty Air podcast, different things, because we went back green there?
Pretty much the next few weeks are going to be pretty guest packed. Some new guests coming on. I just got to finalize the dates on those. But definitely got a guest each week coming up next. A lot of cool stuff happening with NASCAR, of course. So a lot of stuff to discuss in NASCAR. We also got the peak finale coming up in 2 weeks. And on Wednesdays we can now, we usually talk about it anyways on Tuesdays. But with us running Road to Pro and having the peak race also. Like you jump out of Road Pro, and now we have about 10 minutes before we can start. We have to start the podcast. You would like some time, some downtime there. And I think also we would like to have more people enjoy the live broadcast. So, yeah, lots more guests coming, a lot of good NASCAR news coming because we got the playoffs going on, the heat of the season. And, yeah, just great things coming soon for the Dirty Air podcast. And we'd happy to have anybody tune in. It would. We love to interact with people during the show, and that's why we're moving it to 9 o'clock on Wednesdays. So. That's the plan.
All right. Good deal. All right. Well, I also just want to throw out there, too, our other sponsor here at Freaky Fast, Eye Pitting. Sorry, I had my notes up, and then I lost them. So I had them up. Let me get my notes up here. I do apologize for that. All right. Well, eye pitting, if anybody wants to know what eye pitting is, it's based on iRacing. You can go to eyepitting.com and check them out. Eye Pitting Board is a web-based design tool for iRacing teams. It helps create your iRacing series boards for all your teammates. It provides all your teammates a clear version of every data they need, like schedule, results, championship points, standings. It's also a great help for your team community manager, which can share the tool to the social media platform sites, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, basically all them platforms out there. So make sure you go check them out. I mean, even Brian and Zach can give a little bit about eye pitting if they want. It's one, we watched it grow from what it is to what it is now, and I'm telling you, the ownership over there knows what they're doing, and they got a clear path of what they want to do with it and get it out there to the community on iRacing.
Yeah, that's one thing when you're putting out an application like that, especially nowadays, is you have to have a clear plan about what you want for the future. And those guys over there at iPitting definitely have a very clear idea of what they want to do and how they're going to do it. The head guy that does it, I know he's awesome. And iPitting is just it's all around just a great tool to use, especially if you're into the team racing, endurance racing side of things. And like you said, Robert, we've kind of seen it grow from what it was to what it is now, and it's just a huge improvement, but it's still not done. Like it's just on its way up from here. It's still in its I would consider it an infant stage, and it's already just a fantastic tool to use. I like the pie charts on it. Those look pretty.
Yeah. It's basically on its scratching surface.
Yeah, I agree. It's a really useful tool and very. I'd say, what would you say? It's clean. It's very clean, professional.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's nice to the eye, and I enjoy it. So definitely go check that out, everybody.
Yeah, and I, as we all know, I do streaming a lot on what's come iRacing at Freaky Fast too. I stream live on Facebook on Saturday nights, and my overlays is actually run by iPitting.com. So it has all the gadgets and you name it, it's all there. So
it's a very useful tool, that's for sure.
And very small application to run in the background.
Yeah.
It doesn't chew up a lot of CPU. Yeah. It doesn't chew up a lot of memory. It's just a little application that just sits there and runs. Really
very nice.
Yeah, so I don't know how they come up with it because my brain says no.
It's some of that French coding.
It has to be. But all right. Well,
Definitely.
I know like we're rambling on about different stuff, and maybe not so much about the race here, because man, the
That's
yellows
what
here.
happens when caution
Long
laps are
pace
too
laps. Yeah.
Yeah, it's long. It's extremely long. But we do got 20 laps in the books. We should be going green this time by. Well, no, next time by. We should
Next
be
time.
one to
Yeah,
go
lights should go off
this time.
right about
Now.
now. There we go.
There we go. All right.
And as you look at these group positions. So I was thinking a big thing I wanted to point out before I forgot to point out in this race is qualifying is huge in my opinion at this racetrack to get in that clean air. But look at these guys through here. You got James Leffler there leading the field starting 17th. You got Tyler Decker.
Wow.
Ted Decker. Sorry, Ted. He started 19th up second. You got Jack Walls 16th to third. Then you got Ken. He started 6th and up 4th, so he's kind of stayed in his area. Robert Richards, he's 23rd to 5th. You also got David Edwards 26th to 9th. Dylan in the 320 1st to 8th. Dude started 7th, and dude is 7th, so dude's kind of staying right where he was starting. And I think this leaderboard's not done changing though, so we're going to see an up and down night for a lot of these guys, I think.
But yeah, we're already 20 laps in, and that's already. I mean, just looking at the leaderboard, it's all sorts of all shuffled.
That's an interesting stat that you just threw out there, Zach. How the backpack moved to the front moved to the back, and the middle stayed to the middle.
Yeah, it's all over the place right now, and we'll see how these guys who didn't perform as well in qualifying, see how they how they place their race cars, and being out front. Like I said all night, clean air is going to be your best friend here. It's going to be the battle for clean air here. See,
wow. Look at dude's vehicle. Throwback number 8, the Budweiser paint scheme with Yorkville on it. Old Dale's Junior car.
Really beautiful scheme.
Wow, with the little stripes on the side. Nice. Haven't seen that in ages.
Green.
We're back green here as the 48's going to lead us back to the green flag. Watch how they get down here, guys, down into turn 1 and 2. Like I said, this is the manhandling turn. You got to get through here.
The outside line not going 10, having an issue getting up speed here in the 79.
Yeah, I don't know why he is so slow up there. Maybe he's just not quite comfortable up on the outside line, worried about hitting that wall, which as everyone should be. But up front, we got old 12 right there. Robert Richards pushing the 48 down into turn 3 with the 83 on the outside.
That
Robert Richards finished 3rd last week. So
that 83's been up the past. This is race number 3. The past 2 races, he's been up to the front every race there. I know this is the first race you called here, Brian, with us, but that 83's was at least a top 5 the last couple races, and
he's going to make
took the lead.
Yeah, racing gods didn't like him, but maybe the racing gods are going to turn it tonight for him and say, you know what, you're due for a victory.
Yeah, Jack. I noticed Robert through the races I've done that Jack has definitely been a strong car in the 83. So he's a number I watch for a lot of times to make moves to the field, and he's definitely doing a good job here. Also, look for Duke Conrad. He was in 7th on that restart. He's up to 4th, and he ran really good Las Vegas last week also.
It looks like they're starting to get spread out all the way back to the top 10 at least is starting to get spread out. But that 83 is trying to break the draft, but I don't think that was a smart move. I think he's going to get freight trained on the high side. Maybe and maybe not.
At this point, I think he's all right. He should be good to hold it, and he does a good job there. A lot of guys are battling hard back. I think Eric Glory in the 71 almost took down the wire in that John Deere Camaro there. He's got the inside now below him, Tyler Hurlbut. That's for 10th place there.
The 79 has dropped all the way back to 15th and is continuing to lose positions. I don't know if he's got damage under power or what's going on. They're coming up on the 08.
And they're coming up on the. Oh, wow.
But watch out.
Also, the 33 of Josh Coley there. He's actually won both our races that I've been here for. So,
Yeah.
33 of Josh Coley. He's kind of lurking back here.
Yeah, can he make it 3 in a row?
That'll be very interesting, Robert. He's got to start making his way through the field. He's got someone that's hard. That was the 50 of David Leclerc. He's going to roll back up on the surface, maybe, though he gets it going straight again, but knock the front end off. That's where was it again, Brian? Off of 1, just like you said earlier.
Yeah, it's hectic. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going 3 wide in a turn
for
between the 8. Oh, the 15 thinks better of it.
Yeah, David Edwards backs out of that situation. You got the dude on the inside of Robert here in 12. Hard race between these 3.
Old Clemson on the outside. Got to try to keep Trevor Lawrence proud.
I think dude did a good job there. Patient on the throttle, got to the around to the apex. He got some good run off. That's going to let also Ryan Kelly. We see him work his way up at the beginning of this race. Ken also on David Edwards. So you see how much you can lose with just one simple lift. You know, it was really interesting here, Brian. Jack Walls was leading. You had Robert Richards last lap going into 1, almost on his back bumper, but coming off the 2. Robert Richards got super tight off of 1 and 2, looking to lead that Jack Walls mounted with that 1 lap.
Well, 12 had a check up attitude. Now 13 is going to go to his inside of Ryan Kelly.
Yeah, he's going to go to Robert Richards inside here, try to take 3rd. Ryan Kelly's been looking
15 is going to follow him.
Yeah, we're riding inside right now with the 12 of Roberts, and you can hear him. He's really getting out of the gas hard going through the turns. Trying to keep it, especially exit. He's rolling good all the way into the center, but center out, he's struggling.
Yeah, that's the dirty air. Dirty air really takes into effect about middle off in the corner.
Yeah.
The exit is where you feel it the most.
Yeah. Just some examination. It looks like he's just rolling with a little too much center speed. He just needs to be a little more patient with the speed in the center of the corner. And you know, that dirty air, you got to have that patience. It's not going to hook up like it normally does. So he did a good job there. He got a good run off of 2, and he got him a little gap there for the 15. And look at Ryan Kelly, though. This 13 looks strong, guys. But look at that. He did make the pass. The 12's going to have big momentum. He's going to look to the inside here, but Ryan Kelly's going to get a good run off and close the door. Jack Walls
got a little bit of a run. Oh yeah, he's long gone. He's way up there.
1.7 seconds ahead of the number 8 there, dude.
Yeah, he's starting to put some ground on these guys.
Yeah, this is the time too. They're about 15. Some guys are 20 laps on their tires, so this is where the tires start playing a factor too. Give or take, you know, how much did you abuse your tires and things like that. I think we're going to settle out here right now. 49 laps to go here in the books.
And our Pulsar's starting to move his way back up too, Robert. They're in that 70 machine. He's starting to position himself. He's up to 8th now.
Well, he is a lot faster than Tyler right now, as you'll see this time by across the start-finish line. Well, nope, that time Tyler was a little bit faster than him, but previous lap, Tyler ran like a 52 compared to, we just seen the 70 go right by.
Yeah. Well, look at these battles back here with Charles Johnson, Jim Brooks. You also got Bud, the 53. He's got the inside there. John Brill. This is a battle for 13th, 14th, 15th.
Big clump of cars here. Now that 08, he did come down pit road, get his car fixed, so he's got fresh tires compared to all these guys. But he is 12 laps down.
Yeah, he is there, Brian. Last time by, even looking up front again. Last time by, dude was he was about a 10th there. Actually, lost some time. The lap before that, he was about a 10th quicker. But you got Ryan Kelly. Actually, he's starting to get a good draft on the back straightaway here in 3rd position. We got a caution.
Looks like the
33. Our last 2 weeks winner.
And a 50
all
got
by
caught up
himself,
as
got to
well.
the wall. Looks like.
Oh, yeah.
actually, it was
Coming
some
out of
net
one.
code. Actually, it was some net code.
Was
between
it?
the 63.
Oh, yeah, it was. I hate netcode.
I don't. All right. Well, it looks like he tried to save it and then did it. Oh!
Well,
Man, did he just
Well,
get
ooh.
smacked.
Yeah, I don't
if that
know
was netcode or not.
how much net code. What much net code if
Yeah, I was gonna say
he
didn't
stuck
look
his
like
nose there.
didn't look
But,
like too much net code actually there on my screen, but I don't want to say yay or nay.
There was a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, 33. Oh man, he did get smacked. Who did he?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he got hit hard. He has no front end, no hood. So hopefully he can go back in and get that fixed, because I believe it was the 08 that smacked him.
It was Brad Bothwell.
94.
A 94. Okay.
They had to know that thing too.
94's been abused tonight. No luck at all.
Well, let's give a shout out to where's he at? Ken. Yeah. He's Scooby-Doo. Cartoon Network. Yeah. Oh. Somebody ran into the middle of the back end of the Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I think that had happened maybe when the 84 or the 87 had spun in front of the field. I think that happened then. I'm not entirely sure, though.
Looks like Jack Walls is going to lead everybody to pit road, guys.
Yeah, gotta get some 4 freshies.
Yeah, and
sure.
With 46 laps to go, coming in pit right now.
Still got a pit.
Yep, one more pit stop, so we can run this out if we stay green. We're looking at one more pit stop.
Possibly 2. It's really close on a 1 stop.
Well, that's
I
right.
think they'll be plenty good. If they can make it 24, they'll be.
Oh, 24. I was thinking 21.
Yeah, because there's only 45 laps to go, so 24, 24.
And with these
48.
caution laps, they should have plenty. So,
Yeah, so definitely 1 stop.
Yeah,
look at the race on pit road here.
Ooh,
Jack
that's
Walls
close.
Jack Walls is going to get it.
Wow, there was a battle with the 15 and 11 too coming out of pit road.
Yeah.
Between David Edwards and Ken Worley there. They were side by side. And Cartoon Network is all fixed up in the back end there of Wacky Racing. Cartoon Network Wacky Racing. Nice logo. It's got a little tire on there. Huh.
Oh yeah, that does look nice.
Yeah, let's just check. I just noticed that. I didn't even know. I was just, I just seen racing. Wasn't even paying attention to the whole word. Go up to the front here, and you see Scooby-Doo with his tongue out. Blah. All right, enough of Scooby-Doo.
Let's create more downforce.
Oh, is that what that does? I hope he's got windshield wipers on his car with all that slobber flying on.
Scooby-Doo's tongue is a vortex generator.
There we go. Now we know.
You noticed too what just came out? The sun. It got
is
really bright.
Got a little brighter out here.
Yeah.
It's going to take some grip out of this racetrack too here.
Yeah.
Cause that dirty air to be more of a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have constant weather, but the sky is dynamic, so the track temperature will change a little bit.
Looks like Brad Bothwell, who was leading early in this race, it's going to take her behind the wall. That 94, he had a tough second.
Yeah, tough outing
this
for him.
race. Yeah.
That's a shame. And Gabe Butler, he's all the way back to 16th now. Looks like he's having a little hard time working his way up through the field here tonight.
Yeah, he's kind of been caught up in a few wrecks too, so he's had to kind of come back from those. But like Brian said, it's super tough to pass here. It's one of the hardest places. So.
Oh, yeah, and I do know some of these guys here that do run the trucks here on Wednesday night here at Area 51, and also the Indy cars on Monday night. This ain't the first rodeo around this track with these guys, so some of these guys got a little bit experience. you know, and iRacing and the scheduling the way it happened, you know, a couple weeks ago, we were here actually in real life. So some of these guys got maybe more laps than others. I mean, I know it's a different vehicle, but you know, with horsepower wise, but you know, I'm sure that helps. I mean, anytime you stress it enough, Zach. You know, anytime that you can get any kind of time to test helps.
It's really being familiar to your surroundings, and you know, anytime, like you said, you can put laps on the racetrack. I don't care if you're doing it in a lawnmower. You're still going around there and seeing the place. It might be a little bit slower. You might actually take in a few more things. Like, well, I've never seen that before, but
I didn't know this bump was here.
and I can tell you, if you go around this track in the Indy car, you deal with the dirty air. So that's the factor you're going to play with right there. How you position your car for dirty air.
Yeah, one thing I was going to say is the funny thing is, with this package on these A cars, the way it is now, so we can't shut up about it. But at this track, the Indy car and this car behave very similar.
Yeah, just Indy cars are going 2 times faster almost. Not 2
they
times,
got about well, in the corner,
they weigh about
50 miles an hour on.
Yeah, and then, you know, that's another thing. If you're going around this track in an Indy car, it's just coming to you so much faster. When you get in the Cup car, it just feels slowed down even more. So it's anytime you can go something faster around a racetrack, it's going to make when you go in a slower race car around it a little bit easier, in my opinion, always. So. You know,
absolutely.
These things ain't slow, but they're not IndyCar fast, that's for sure. So we have to lose about half the weight and get our big motor back.
Go on a diet.
yeah, big old diet.
Gotta lose about 1,000 pounds.
About 300, 400 more horsepower will be good. But these guys, I think this package is creating some good racing here, so it's pretty fun. So we'll see what they can do. I think Jack Walls and Duke Conrad are going to have a pretty good little battle here, because when Jack got out there, he was a little bit quicker than Duke. But let's just see if he has the drive, how Duke can manage driving in that dirtier air, because they kind of got caught up and lost a lot of time. I believe.
And that's if he remains in second. You know, if he gets the lead, then he has clean air. You don't have to worry about dirty air anymore.
And we'll see how Jack Walls, handles that. Pace car pulls off.
And that's what, dirty air. See, cool, because you've seen Jack get out there in that 83.
Green flag, green
and
flag.
green's out. But what I was saying is that he got out there in that clean air, and what a huge of a difference from clean air to dirty air. I mean, huge.
It is huge. It's very, very huge. And look at David Edwards in that 15 had a great pit stop and gained a few spots. He's going to try to get himself positioned now to get in that good spot. Oh, look at Dude a little high there, and we got one car way in the marbles, but they do a good job out there.
And that 15, that last run, I was looking at a few of his lap times. He was putting some pretty quick lap times down. So this should be pretty competitive up here between these 4 guys up here. Oh, really, these 5 guys. So that 13 is too quick for the... Not 13. Yeah, the 13.
Yeah, 13 Ryan Kelly is pretty quick. Wow,
Pepsi.
loose for these guys.
He got all in the back. Ouch.
Wow. See who's all involved in that
the
one.
5. Yeah.
Who, the 5?
The 5 of,
Tyler. All right.
Tyler, just lost it.
Oh, and the 08's in it again. 64.
Got a little bit of curb. That curb.
Oh, did he get the curb?
Well, I guess we see here as we're watching the 5 up over the curb, and that thing just snapped into the wall, up into the air, down he goes, and a big pile up. Like, he went flying through the air.
Yeah, he was. That was a hard hit, and that's easy to do here. And even the weird thing about these cars is, like, when you first take off, it's as free as it's going to be. It really, that first couple laps, you are a little bit free with this fixed setup, and then it really swings to the tight side. But you see, if you guys get loose there, and Tyler got a little bit of help with his looseness with them curbs, and they equaled what we've seen. So hard hit on the nose. He's going to have a lot of damage to fix. Hopefully he's got him a quick fix in his back pocket. And we'll see. It's going to be interesting if these guys pit there here because they really only circulated one time around. If I'm the leader, I'm thinking about staying out. And is everybody going to do the opposite?
3, 4, 5 go in.
13.
Oh, it's
70,
pretty split here.
The
Pretty
14.
split decision.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you're going to have the 13 stay out. You're going to have the 70 stay out. The 14, like Robert said, that was 71.
Yeah, so some guys opting for tires, some guys opting for track positions.
63. The 1.
I think in this case, the track position is going to be more advantageous.
Yeah, I think the track position is going to play to Jack Walls' advantage here unless they get a really quick caution. Then he may have to pit then, and then the other guys stay out. So it's going to be interesting how this swings here. But I think Jack took the right decision. Clean air. It's going to be very useful.
And the other thing is you still can't make it from here on fuel, so.
No. We still got to make another pit stop, and that's going to throw David Edwards from 2nd all the way back to 10th position. So.
Yeah, that's.
And that doesn't seem like a lot, but at a track where you can't
like
pass.
This, yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
a
gonna
lot.
have to get those passes done in the first few laps while the tires are still in the prime condition. So he's got to get everything get here at the beginning, but I think Jack Walls is sitting pretty nicely just due to the fact of he's got to get a little bit of cars behind him and stayed out.
But yeah, all the guys that were running his pace up here in the front, they're not by him anymore.
Exactly.
Now that's not to say these guys.
Too. That also helps Ryan Kelly because it's at the 13, but also the pole setter. Good pole setter Robert back up here.
Oh yeah, he made a nice recovery.
Yep, Charles Johnson. They talked much about Charles tonight. He's up to 4th, and he started 18th. So a lot of these guys are taking advantage of this sequence of pit stops here to gain some track position. And I can tell you, if they go more than 5 or 6 laps and they can keep that track position, everybody's going to pit. And then they're going to keep that. That's going to cycle to there. So this is a good strategy to play. See if it pays off for these guys. Only time will tell, but it's a tough racetrack to pass, like we've said all night during the year.
I've learned lately in the past 3 or 4 months that when you go a lap or 2 green, and it's been a relatively caution-filled race, 1 or 2 green flag laps, just stay out.
It's best to stay out. You don't want to put yourself in the back of the area in the hornet's nest, as I always like to call it. And,
in that case, yeah, exactly. There's that. And in this case, I'd rather lose the positions on the track than immediately on pit road have to play catch up.
Yeah, so first car on tires will start in the 5th row, top line also. So top line is not going to help David Edwards there. Now, Bud. I believe, did Bud take 2? Not sure.
He possibly may have.
Because I did not know he had the track position there to get in front of
His pit stop was a 9.5.
Oh, yeah, that's 2 tires.
Well, that's 1 lap on tires. It should be all right, but it's still going to be extremely free because that first lap on new tires is already a little bit free. And if you're going to have more right side tire tread than left side, it's always going to equate to that right one to come around. So he's still going to have to watch that a little bit, and I know he kind of had an issue with that earlier, so hopefully he's probably written that down in his notebook and he's prepared for it. Exactly. So he could also not stick on fuel. That'll help you also there with your balance. So
true. Yep.
There's things you can do, even though it's a fixed race. There is things you can do to help balance the race car.
You want to give any of them hints out?
Well,
there's not much.
It's not much really. Just if you want a car that turns better, put the fuel in it. If you want a car that doesn't turn, if you need to tighten it up a little bit, don't put fuel in it. So less fuel equates to a tighter race car.
All right, let me write that down. It doesn't matter.
In certain situations, though. So
yeah, because
it
with
can
more
also
fuel,
help
it's
drop
more
the rear end down. The rear fuel
more weight in
less
the rear.
drag. Yeah. and also it's more weight. So going through high-speed corners, weight is not going to be the best thing to have sloshing around the car, but it's really a balance thing more than anything. If you're fighting balance, so
I'm always fighting balance.
I think most of the guys are. So let's go see if Jack Wallace can find a balance here with these 9 guys or eight other guys who stayed up behind him. So top 9 on 1 lap scuffs pretty much, and then it gets wild from there.
Yeah.
What are we about to get, Robert? We're about to get freaky what?
Crazy.
I knew he wasn't going to do it when I asked him.
Nuts, freaky nuts.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. But I'm going to say it when we go back green here. Hey, Jim. Thanks for tuning in out there on Facebook side. All right. Well, pace car is going to be ducking in here very shortly, and we're going to set these guys sail where they're going to get freaky nuts, like Zach likes to say. Freaky nuts, freaky crazy. Off the green we go. The freaking green's going to come out. Waiting for that green flag.
Green,
83 and green's out. Off they go down into turn 1, and again, see who can manhandle turn 1 and get through there clean.
Nice even restart between Ryan Kelly and Jack Walls. The inside line's going to prevail. It's also going to bring the 70 forward. Homesteader making its way back towards the front.
Double O. There's the 071 looking on the inside of Charles.
Yeah.
The 14. 70 with
the
it.
70 going to go with this run. He's going to have a run here. Looks like he's going to stay in behind. Will he make a late dive in there?
13 trying to look.
Ooh, and the 14's getting shuffled all the way up on the high side. Can he hold it up there, though?
Yeah, he's making it work so far.
Yeah, he's made it work so far. That's what I was about to say too, Ryan. He definitely is making it work.
I think he's going to have that momentum going down the backstretch.
70 to 83 they are playing.
Yeah, I was going to say if he could sniff of that front draft, it would help him, but they ducked down in front of the 13, which you can see the difference right
and
there.
You see the help. Yeah.
Yep. So, poor 14 didn't have no friends.
Yeah, he didn't have no, as we say, dirty air. Unfortunately, dirty air on the fairways is help.
Yeah.
That's what it's called draft.
And there they go again. They're ducking down on the inside. They're breaking that draft.
Yeah,
it's a damn tactic.
Yeah, it's really working for him, I gotta say. 70's not being too aggressive. Even 70 could make some. He could have made some more aggressive moves, but he's sizing him up. That's what you gotta do here. And personally, the longer he waits, the worse it's gonna be behind him.
Absolute.
Looks like we're getting single file. Go back here to the 48.
He's on the 5th. He's the first guy on new tires. You got Logan Helton, I think, also, unless Logan stayed out. Dude, Conrad, he's stuck back here in 11th, so nobody really with the new tires moving up other than David Edwards. But he's going to make a move on Charles Johnson here for 4th in the 3.
Wow. He's all the way up to 4th position. Where did he start on that green flag?
10th.
10th. Wow. So he's gained.
Yeah, so
6th position.
See all these guys trying to break the draft. That leads to the 83, and it's going to cause all of them to snake down the straightaway here.
Yeah, it's like Pocono.
Yeah. It's that's why they're pretty similar, I guess. And look at Eric Laurie here. He's going to get the position on Charles Johnson, trying to here. Charles Johnson fighting hard on the outside, though, in the 14. You also Logan Helton and Kim Worley in the Scooby-Doo machine. Scooby-Doo sticking his tongue out.
Yeah, people aren't asking him where he is. They're asking him where he came from.
See, those guys on the bottom were able to make the pass. It's hard to make a pass down low as you start getting tighter.
Yeah, and you're looking, what, about Yeah, some of these guys up in the front that stayed out, they're on lap 12 now with their run on their tires. So I'd say probably the next 5 to 7 laps, they should hopefully take it easy because they're probably going to wind up pushing a lot.
Yeah, they're already starting to push a little bit with this dirty air. And you can see Jack is starting to break away a little bit from Robert. Robert's falling back into the clutches here with Ryan Kelly in the 13. And David Edwards in the 15. He's trying to get to the back bumper of that 13, work his way up the second or third.
Yeah, the interesting thing here is he made it his way back up to fourth relatively quickly with those new tires, but he's only in fourth. That's practically where he came down pit road in, so he hasn't gained anything.
That's right, but I believe he's in the middle follow just a little bit better than these two that are behind Jack here. They're really suffering from the dirty air more, I feel like, right now. We'll see. David's just got to set him up and get, into that cleaner air there behind Jack. Even though it's a little, half a second gap, it's better than being right tucked up behind someone's bumper. You see the 70 of Robert there breaking this draft on the straightaway. The 13's kind of defending a little bit on the 15. But like you said, Brian, he hasn't really been able to get past right there.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a better entry than these guys.
Right.
But the middle and the exit are about the same.
Yeah.
Because he's got to check up on entry. He can't get around the 13 there, but this track requires a lot of patience.
Yeah, you're going to have to let that guy burn his stuff up in front of you and get a run around him. And if you look back here, also Logan Helton, he's trying to put pressure on Charles Johnson there for a top 5. Scooby-Doo's coming under attack from Duke Conrad there in the 8, and as Dude looks to the inside, the 5 got a run on him.
Man, yeah.
And the middle of the 5 just had an issue not too long ago, so he did have that faster bear to, save him there. He's gonna make the pass on Duke Conrad.
Ooh, getting a little. Man, that was close.
Yeah.
Got a little tight.
And David Evans is starting to fall back a little bit off of Ryan Kelly there, Brian. So dirty air is starting to play a little factor there. He's not able to get tucked up right behind Ryan Kelly.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Passes can really only be made at the first 5 laps of a run or after 20 laps. It's, in this mid-run stage, there's not a whole lot you can do. Besides, save a little bit of tire.
Yeah, save you a little tire so you get to that point, You see Jack's, really only 8/10 ahead right now. He's still trying to break the draft. That shows you how powerful that draft is here and how powerful it is in Jack's mind. He's doing an excellent job as the sun comes back out.
Oh yeah, just for a little context of this draft, you can be a second behind somebody at Daytona and draft up to them in about half a lap at Daytona. Flat out, sticking right behind them. So that draft is extremely powerful, and to break it up even just a little bit is a really good advantage to have.
Yeah, and the 70 actually cut into his lead right there, about 2/10 there, Brian. So the 70 hit a good 3 and 4 there, was able to reel Jack a little bit in. You can see starting to put a little gap between him and Ryan. As Ryan Kelly and David Edwards battling pretty hard here also. Charles Johnson actually broke away a little from the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th place guys there. A little help there.
Yeah, here's these guys right here, Eric Laurie in the 071, the 11, and the 5. This group of cars right here, it's kind of our closest bunch at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting to look at these guys and to how they navigate these corners with the dirty air, with the different tires these guys are on. You see 071 went to the outside of the 63.
Yeah,
and
63
works like a charm.
Yeah. Very nice move there. Look at Ken. He's going to try to get to the outside of the 63 Logan here. That 11, but the 5's... Oh, wow, that was closing. It was very fast.
Dangerous.
Nice pass from Ken there. The 11 machine around the 63 Logan help. Logan's got a little bit of right front damage, so that's not going to help his race car. He grazed her right there again, but that was only a slight kiss. You can get away with a kiss, but a big old hit is not going to be good.
Yeah, you can get away with a kiss, but not a smooch.
And look at Robert. He's continued to go a little bit into Jack Wells, but Jack Wells was keep saying Wells. Sorry, Jack Wells there. He had about a couple hundreds last time. So that the closer you get, the harder it gets. So.
And then that, and bring it up, guys. We got the next probably about 6 to 8 laps. We should start seeing pit cycles starting here.
Yeah, gotta get some fuel.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, here in really only 2 laps they'll be able to make it on fuel. So that's when the window opens.
Yep. So who ducks in as oh, okay. We had the 14 blinked out there. But you know, the question is who goes to lap 24, lap 23, and ducks in and tries to do the leapfrog games.
Yeah, I think you need to pit pretty early, personally. With the 75% fuel load, you know, you're not going to go as long into the run, so the long run speed is not going to be as crucial. Like you said, during the mid part of this run here. Now, once we hit about 15, that's when you're going to start to see your strokes. But that first 15, the lap time does not drop, you know, too badly. It is a big drop, but it's not as bad as the next couple. So.
Yeah, that's what I was about to mention, is that the fall off really isn't all that much. So
Yes.
I think maybe you could go maybe a little bit longer.
That's the thing. We'll
not
see
have
who
to worry.
who can do the overcut or the undercut. I think we'll see both being played out here, because some of these guys will be able to go a little longer in the fuel stint. You know.
Yeah, and I think too, guys that if they pit early and do the leapfrog game is what I call, you know, they can use that dirty air as an advantage, you know, because it's pretty strong here. So once you got the guy, if you're 6 seconds ahead of the guy, you know that guy in the back trying to tell him to take it easy. That doesn't. It's like telling a kid not to get candy in the candy store. You know, it's not going to happen. They're going to burn their tires off, and will they catch them? Well, yeah, probably. But once they get to them, can they pass them? You know.
Right. With this such a long lap, you can pit sometimes and stay on the lead lap with you if you're within a certain distance of the leader.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can pit early enough and catch a caution, you go straight to the lead.
Yeah.
So I believe the guys really probably going to work for the guys really in the top 4. I think Charles Johnson's on the edge of that window, and really from there, I think the rest would go a lap down.
Yeah, I think you got to be within about 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Is that what we're looking at? About 4 seconds back?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. I would say, to be safe, you stay on the lead lap.
So we're looking at about the top 5, top 6 cars right now would be pretty safe. So from Kendall and back, but look who's look at the 33. He's all the way up to 8th position.
Yeah,
he's really making.
I don't know what he's been
long run. He's really making a lot of ground on the long run here.
He's called the closer.
I mean, a lot of the races we've done so far, he hadn't led most of them to the very end of this race.
Yep.
The races, so.
Yep.
I think he's just got a good handle in the long run here, and he was smart, methodical, working his way through the field. Josh Coley up to 8th. I think he's going to continue to make positions here. I think he's going to want to go as long as possible here, Brian, Robert. He's going to want to try to maybe catch a caution where, you know, he can gain some track position, maybe start 5th or 4th or so. You know, he's going to try to make up as much as he can here in the long run. We'll try to see, you know, monitor his lap times here as he gets into some of this clean air here compared to our leader to see really how strong his pace is. So. As our leader is going to cross the start finish line now with he's built a decent gap there on Robert again. Started to pull away at a 51.22. It looks like Josh, look at that, 50.90 in clean air. 3/10 faster than our leader last time by for that number 33. Very quick on the long run here. He's going to want to see this thing go completely green.
See, and that's that's what I'm talking about when I say got to keep that right front under you. That's what that guy's doing, and you can see it's paying dividends now, being 4 or 5 tenths quicker than the leader.
Yeah, he's doing a great job right now. It's going to be interesting to see how long it takes him to get to Eric Laurie. And when he gets to him, he can't get stuck. That's the thing. He's going to have to fight through the dirty air. But if you can turn better than the car in front of you, with that right front being better, you can fight through the dirty air better than if it was worse. So
Ooh, we have a circumstance just came up here. The 15th just pitted, looked like, and he exited. He's dropping down the leaderboard. Did he get a
15th,
disco?
He's brought up behind the wall.
Yeah.
But he was running second or third.
He might have did the Alt F4.
Could have had that he maybe.
I think he had an issue. Oh, yeah, he did have issues, yeah. He spun coming out of 4. Yeah, he lost it. Got on the curb on the exit of 4. He was in third there.
Oh.
Hard hit on the inside wall, pit road. I believe he brought her to the hauler after that.
Well, now that changes everything. As here we got pit stops all the way back here. It looks like we have. Who do we have coming down pit road?
Wow.
Here?
Josh Coley is cutting time out right now of the lead.
Then we got Logan Helton,
58.
pitting, Bud Steele, 53 pitting, Donald Stewart, 78 pitting, 11 pitting, Ken Worley, James Ledford, 48 pitting, and Ted Deckard, and 79 pitting this lap. So about 5 cars.
The 33 right now is 3/10 faster than everybody in front of him right now. And you got the 071 pitting in here. Lord looks like he's going to call out his pit. So I think we might see a few guys come down this time right here. Jack Walls, our leader, stays out. Robert stays with him there in the 70.
Pepsi machine coming in.
And here comes
33 coming in.
71, 33. Oh, yeah, this is a lot of people. Dude Conrad in the 8.
Trying to do the
Robert Richards at
undercut.
12. Tyler Holbrook. David LeClaire. Not Jim Brooks. David Michael W. Spell. The 88. So, a bunch of guys coming down this time, Brian, trying to get, like you said, the undercut. You can see Logan Helton there coming out with Bud Steele also in 53 to 63. They
So that leaves first and second out on the track. Some guys further back.
And I believe a lot of these guys are going to stay ahead on the lead lap here because it looks like the 33 is leading pit right now with the 071. He's going to beat the 071.
Leader in second place coming in.
Yeah, and they're right neck and neck.
Oh, and they came in a little hot, but they got it woed down. Now let's see what happens.
So now we see, who's net third?
I believe that would be Ryan Kelly.
So he's going up into 3.
Yeah.
Gabe
Went out of
stayed
3.
out.
Yeah, Gabe stayed out another lap there.
As he's headed into 4, the 83 of Jack Walls is exiting his pit box.
Does the 70 beat the 83 though? Oh, it's going to be a race and he's on the inside.
70 beat him.
But Jack knows also that this is the time he's got to just stay in that draft. This is actually almost better for Jack to come out second. Personally.
Will 70 stay below the white line? You gotta
close.
Man, that was close.
Right now he's trying to get the biggest gap he can. And where's the 13?
Oh, he
13's coming out at 2. Side by side for these guys.
Oh, the 83 and the 70.
And the 13
the
come with a big momentum too.
Pushed it too hard on the access road into 2 and lost a bunch of time. So that's brought all these 3 guys together. But the 33 is not that far behind. It's got Charles Johnson to pass and then a big gap. But it'll be interesting to see if he can get it done in the next 12 laps.
Well, he's looking at it to try to take it on the high side of
16 laps. Yeah, it's going to be tough to do on tires, but he's getting it done.
Gonna get the run around the top. I think he did. There he goes around the 14, I believe.
Yeah, I believe he's going to clear him.
Now he's going to have clean air. 33's got to really get the moving, though. Really, even for our third place finisher. 14's still there just a little bit. I think 33's got it right there off of 3.
He should clear him
clear
this
now.
time.
And Jack Walls did get back in front of the 72 of Robert.
And
That hard racing down that back straightaway.
And the 44 is still out on 24 laps. Now,
Yeah, he's going to come down this time, I believe.
he's going to have to. Let's go in the cockpit, see if he runs out of gas.
He's very close.
And really, Jack and them are coming out too. He's going through, coming out of 3. What he needs is a caution right now.
He's coming. Yep.
Yep, coming down this time.
So 24 laps. So this should be the last pit stop we see if we don't have a green, white checkered or another yellow. So that's going to give the lead back to that 83 Pennzoil with that
And he's got the
70
right in tow.
M&M's Toyota. Well, we got a Camaro. Yeah, TL1 Camaro and oh no, we got 2 Toyotas.
Two
Sorry, my
Toyotas,
bad. The next Camaro is third position, and the
Oh,
next
70 up to the back bumper.
Yeah. He actually missed the corner due to that. But look at this run here.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh,
Caution.
and
One
that
lap
throws
late.
everything out the wind.
That's 1 lap late for Dwight Flash in the 44.
And I don't see the 60.
I'm looking. Oh, it's the 63 of Logan Help.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it looks like the 63 was involved or
Out
something
of
happened.
1. There.
All right, we'll watch the replay. Oh, into the outside wall, spins it around, and 78 goes by. Wow,
Looks like
everybody
missed.
Woo. He door slammed that thing on the outside wall.
Yeah. The 071 did a good job of Eric Laurie there of missing that wreck. Now, these guys are going to catch up to the pace car. And we're going to see. Do they pit?
Yeah, I think
to.
you pit. I think
Yeah,
you
I
get
think you got
tires.
to. Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily fuel.
Yeah, that's a good question there, too.
And we've seen guys take 2. I don't know how well that's going to work out for
That's
him.
going to work very well. It might after a few laps. You're just going to make it those first couple laps versus a little bit on the free side. But it's definitely going to be one heck of a show here. So don't miss it, everybody.
Yeah. Total
Get
of
up
8
right now.
lead changes. At the start-finish line with a total of 6 cautions here tonight for Area 51 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the famous Indianapolis. But, well, we're going to quick run to a quick commercial break while we are under yellow here. It's going to be a while till we get back as they pace themselves around here. So we'll be back after this quick word from Beat a Match.
One of the main reasons I did decide to join the registry is because the lack of African American representation on the registry. It's our responsibility to register. This is something that we can control. You can do this. Think about if it was your child. Think about if it was your sister. Don't let fear be the only reason that you don't save a life.
My name's Quentin O'Donnell. I'm 19 years old. I was born and raised in Boulder, Colorado. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, and since then, I have been doing 3 years of treatment. For the future, I hope that I'm able to beat my disease and just be a normal person. I want to go to college. I want to continue to race, maybe be a professional driver one day, and just keep on living. That's my goal.
All right, we're back after that quick word from Beat a Match. Make sure you check them out at your local area. But all right, hey guys, well, it looks like we got a little bit of different circumstances going on here. We got the 64 that stayed out, the 79 of Ted. We got James, David, Dwight, which we just talked about. Went in there, and Brian said 1 lap too late, and actually it's only
it may still work out well because he's got fresh tires.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got 3 laps on his tires, and he probably ran 1 lap on them hard.
Wow, yeah.
David behind.
White is very nice.
David behind him and Ted are both on 6 to 7 laps, so they got a little older tires, and then the rest of the field's got fresh tires that they just made their pit stops. So, Dirty Air, how's Dwight play that? Can them guys here get by him? The 83, we know he was fast all night with the Roberts there in that 70. They're going to have to work themselves around 2nd and 3rd position. Then they're going to have to work on Dwight. Wow, there's a lot of circumstances that can happen towards the end of this one.
Yeah. This one's going to be wild. I'm worried about the 15 to 79. I think they might get freight trained here just due to the tire wear. I think the 44 he's sitting in the catbird seat, as I like to say, but the 83 here, 70, the 13 to 33, really anybody in that range right there. That's who can cut through this traffic right here, these 3 cars that stayed out. Who can cut through the best and get to the lead?
Well, not
can
only
the White even hold them off?
Well, you brought up about freight train. And here the thing with that is that David in the 50 and Ted in the 79 are going to start side by side. So on old tires, not saying that they're, depending on how they get down into turn 1 again, that is the critical corner of entering, for to have a great lap or whatever happens, they could, possibly bottleneck that back of that field up, and that's going to let Dwight just set sail, and everybody else is struggling and battling and lifting and getting off the gas just, so you don't run into the guys in front of you and let them, settle their cars out through that turn.
Yeah, I think, which is going to depend on if the 50 and 79 can keep it flat-footed out of 2. I think turn 2 is going to be the telltale sign of just how bad their tires are compared to everybody else.
Another thing is, one's starting outside, one's starting inside.
Mm-hmm. That's what
one's
I'm
starting
saying.
outside, one's starting. It's
44 set.
Yeah, who? Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, the 44 looks good right now. But both these lines are gonna get checked up. So do we see 3 wide? It's very possible right here. I think we're gonna see it fan out all the way from the wall to the other's wall. So anything can happen here. It's any man's game now.
That, and it's going to be 10 to go, too. So there's no holding back now. I mean,
it's go time.
Yeah, I mean, and if you got a quick repair, you know how that goes. Some people might be a little bit aggressive and say, I got one to spare. I'm gonna drive that thing down in there and see if it sticks.
Yeah, well, if you have one in your back pocket,
use it.
You can technically you could be a little more less worrisome, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Sometimes the caution doesn't come out when you wreck, so.
Yeah, very true, very true. And this is a self-cleaning track too. There's a lot of runoff here, so even if you do something by accident, you might not gather other people up, but you'll be sliding through the grass and through the infield.
Yeah, but I've seen on a couple of occasions tonight where cars have spun out, but a caution has not come out.
Yep.
So here we go. This is about to be
crazy.
I don't even know.
They better tighten the clamps down on their wheels because it's about to get.
Well, we got Soda Can Johnson here. Is that pot boiling yet there, Johnson?
Yeah, I'd say it's at a nice 200 degrees. You gotta get to 212, but that's only gonna take a couple laps.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, the official pace car ducks in here.
Green flag,
And green's
flag.
out, and let's see how this all plays out as that 44 Dwight spins the tires. It's going to open that up to the 50 on the high side.
Yeah, the inside line is not going in. You seen the 79 earlier when the outside line was starting. And he had a little trouble getting up to speed. Ted, again, that inside line just didn't go. 70 to run that. But look, here goes the 13.
83
He's
had it
sticking in the
checked
middle. Look at Ryan Kelly here.
Wow.
13's going to follow him.
He's going to get to the outside of the 44. Wow, what a move.
This may be the winning move here, guys. Look back here in the 53. Also, Bud still going into the corner. Way. Whew.
On the 44 checks up the 83. And the 13 is out of here.
Goes around the outside. He's flying.
Wow.
Back there to you, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Kelly, though, shot out of a cannon.
Oh.
Picked the right spot. Oh, that car's going back up. That's caution.
Oh, that was dude in the 8.
Oh, that was a hard hit, too.
I think he just doo-dooed the car.
It looks like the
Man.
78.
Oh,
one
and now he
also.
just drove it. Sorry. Let's go back and watch the replay, guys.
Yeah,
Let's
the
see.
78 had just got a little tight, got up into
Ooh.
the 76 and came back down the track. And the 8 car was just an innocent bystander.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Ow. Man, he hit that wall hard. And then he tried to bring it back down pit road and drove it right into the wall again. And it backs up and takes it down pit road. Well, he's got a quick repair, so.
So the 13, where did he restart?
Ryan?
He restarted in 6th position right there.
Wow.
He went from 6th to 1st.
Well, that was the bottom. The bottom just didn't get going there with the 79 there on the bottom, and the 70 got checked out, the 33, the 53, and Ryan Kelly just said, "Heck yeah, hold her flat." And he saw that inside or the middle open up with the 50 getting tied off of 2. Like we said, the Muller tires, he wasn't able to hold it wide open, and he drove it right up the middle, and he had a huge run because just the way it worked out. That was a grade A pass, and the 44 didn't. I don't think he stayed flat into 3.
No, and did the 44 Dwight spin his tires on the restart too a little bit?
A little bit, looked
Yeah,
like.
so he smoked them a little bit. So, And I was watching Charles there in the 14. He was swerving left and right, trying to figure out which lane to go with, and he was on a move too.
Yeah, he was there almost following Ryan Kelly through that hole, but it closed on him a little bit, so he had to back out. Wow. Everybody was shooting the gap there.
Did these guys run 3 green-white checkers?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I do believe so. It's 3 green, white checkered.
So then the other thing, well, we got these caution laps, but if you did under fuel, do you have enough fuel?
Very true.
For those green, white checkers if they come up, which, we're going to go back to green on lap 70, 71, so not many laps left in this race.
Well, they should have enough of fuel. They just pitted, and all these vehicles have five laps on their stint, so.
Oh, that's right.
Because we just had a yellow.
I was thinking back to the green flag stops.
Now, if we didn't have a yellow, that might have came into a factor, but everybody else is basically 5 to 6 laps on their tires. The white is 8 laps on his tires, and he's staying out, so now he's on heat cycle number 2 on those tires. We'll see how that all plays out, because we know how Goodyears don't like heat cycles too much. They start getting finicky.
Yeah, it seemed like he had a little trouble there, even on the last restart. So it'll be interesting how he can get through that. And it looks like the 70 is going to restart behind him. So and you also got the 83 will restart behind the 13. So I have a feeling we're about to have a pretty wild battle here. Anything can happen at this point. I think we're going to see some big blocks coming from the lead.
Yeah,
because, there's going to be big runs coming too.
Ryan in the 13 really needs the 44 to have a good restart. That E3 pinned down out of 1 and 2. But even then, you have to deal with the draft. So who do you give the draft to? It kind of turns almost into Daytona these first couple laps. trying to deal with 2 lanes as the leader. So I would not want to be in the 13th position right now.
Yeah. I think the 83 sits in almost one of the best positions just due to where if he can get a good restart here and clear that 44, but once we leave 2, it's on between the 13 and the 83, and then from there they can check each other up by how they race. That's another thing. How you race each other slows each other down in this package so much. So we can see, the 14 making a move here to 70, the 44 even, the 11's there. Ken, we haven't talked about him much in a little bit with Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo will reach out there with his tongue and maybe grab the lead there. If something happens. And Josh Coley there also. We see how fast he's on the long run, but this is a short run. But he surely got something on the short run. I think he can figure that out. I think he was being methodical early, and that's what led to the speed. But we'll see. I mean, even Bud here in the 53 starting 8th, all these guys really, if you have a car that has a nose on it, you got a chance in this race because this track if you wreck on the front straightaway, we can see a lot of cars wrecked. There's nowhere to go. So it can become a junk pile at any moment.
Well, let's hope not.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm sure a lot of guys are saying, let's just finish this under green. Nope, green white checkers. Because even if they have 3 green white checkers, that's where Dwight maybe has to start actually worry about fuel a little bit. But if he saves fuel under these cautions, he should be plenty good. But it's going to take 3 green white checkers for that to even be an issue. So.
All right. Yeah, because they'll have a total at the end of this race, 16 laps on his tires. If we go green, white, checkered, 16, that's 19. Ew.
It's getting close.
Yeah, so it's like maybe a lap, half a lap that he would have on fuel to maybe spare.
Yeah, he's definitely going to want to save, I think, if we start getting into the white checkers. But at this point, he actually should be. He's plenty good now, of course. But
Right. Well, what I would do is if you start getting freight trained, I would try to get into a draft somewhere and try to use the draft to save some kind of fuel. I mean, because he basically laid his bet. He's already up into the front. If he pits any time now, even on a green, white, checkered, he's going to fall to the back, and it's not going to be enough elapsed or time for him to maneuver all the way up through the field. As we know, dirty air is it's so hard to pass there anyways. So official pace car of iRacing is going to duck in here of that Ford Mustang. We're going to get ready and see what happens with 5 laps to go, guys. 5 laps to go as it ducks in, waiting for that green flag. And green's out. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Nice clean restart from the 44 that time. He's a little bit behind the 13, but this is going to be the key. What's the 70 do? He's looking for the 44. Oh, no.
83 might clear him.
83 clears. Well, the 83 looked to the inside here. Ooh, he had a nose almost.
Oh, he hit a bump down there.
Yeah, he hit that bump. There's a grate down there in the center of the corner. He looks like he hit the grate. And here comes the 70 up the middle between the 14 and the 44.
Oh, 83 goes down the block.
33 is going to fall. Oh, man. What's that?
Careful, boys.
3 wide. No. 70 backed out.
Oh, and the 83 got up in the marbles out of the groove. Oh, no.
33's coming here.
Wow. Our past 2
14
weeks
to 7.
winner. Here comes the 14 looking for the first win of the season, too.
Yeah. 13 also. 70.
Yeah.
All these guys are here looking for wins.
Wow, look at that 33. Oh, does he save it? The 70 saved it.
Wow.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No. Into the inside.
That's got to be a caution here in a second.
No caution.
No caution
No
yet.
caution yet.
Wow.
No caution.
They're still wrecking off the 2.
Still no caution. Wow, iRacing let us down with that one.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for a few of them guys. They're asking what the heck.
This battle for the lead is 14 has
33.
Oh, let's go back up to I was watching the 76, and here comes the 33.
33. He said he's the closer, Robert.
Down.
Oh, he's looking on the inside.
Big
3
move.
laps to go.
83 said, I'm not done yet. Jack Walls, he's going to make the move with Charles Johnson for third. As
There goes the 33 clears.
Josh Coley trying to go back to back to back.
Wow. Well,
He's having the race of his life right now.
well, we got 3 laps to go, and here at Indy, it's 3 laps is a long time. Over 3 miles.
Oh, definitely over 3 miles.
Yeah.
He just took his lead. Looks like he's starting to check out a little bit here.
I don't know if Ryan has anything left for him or not. Let's see if the lap times coming this time by, as that 33 just stepped up the game here.
That he did. Coming to 2 to go.
And make it one more time around and get that white flag.
White
and then
flag. He's caught a lap car though, Duke Conrad. How nice is Duke?
That dirty air is going to affect him.
It is. It's already affecting him. 13's starting to get a little run. Oh, 33's pedaling it.
Wow. And we got one more lap, everybody. So he's got to either try to get it away or start screaming on the radio, dude, please move. You're not helping me.
I think Dude's trying to stay on the lead lap here, but it's not helping Josh. But I think Josh might see the white flag. We're going to come here. Ryan Kelly within an arm's reach almost. White flag is out, guys. One more time around. Will this man go back to back to back?
One lap. Okay, sit down to 1 and 2. I think he's okay.
Ryan Kelly still within the striking distance, though, off of 2.
Oh,
He's got a big run.
Man, big run here. Look at Coley. He goes to block. Trying to break the draft. I don't think it's not enough in time if Josh can get through these corners decently.
And we have the 14 going around. It doesn't matter.
Oh, the 14 Rex. Jack Walls is going to move into third.
33 still out front by
Knows his hair. The 13's going to try everything. He's going to smack the wall. The 13's going to lose.
Oh, no, he gave it everything he had, and it's going to cost him.
Wow.
And
Back
wins.
to back.
But still
Hat
second.
trick.
I have to go back
Wow.
too. 14.
Man, 13
And the 83 got
13
involved.
just tried to get too much.
ends up finishing the lead.
Did the 14 and the 83? Is that what?
15.
Yeah, the 14 and 83 got tangled.
Yeah.
And the 83 is going to come home third. Let's see, we go back. Okay, go back a little bit more.
What's the 50? Where did he come from?
Ooh, that was interesting.
I'll try to get everybody. All right, we'll see here. Let's see what happens here.
Oh.
Watching the 14 go down in 1 and 2, I had to go pretty far back, so I think we'll see this happen in the back stretch here. As the 83's getting a run, if we watch really closely, the 83 looks high, he's going high, goes low, and the 14 comes down a little bit, and they connected. They're both racing for that one spot. The 14 just got creamed up over the roof. Oh, the 40. Oh, he's into the fence. Now he's barrel rolling.
He's getting tossed around. Good grief.
Yeah, it's like a wow.
It's like guys keep hitting me to the start finish.
Right.
Wow, what a final lap.
What a finish. Let's see if we can try to get there we go. I get a picture of the 33 here.
Do not see your third place, man, Jack.
Third place guy's missing. We have second and first.
Yeah, we got second and first. I'm about to put second down.
All right. Okay. Well, while we try to get everybody ready for post race interviews, we will be right back after this quick word and from being a match, and we'll have our post race interview here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with Aero 51's Racing League with the top three of Josh, Bud, and Mr. Walls, the 83. Is that Walls or Wells? Walls.
Walls.
Walls, I thought. Okay. My screen froze there for a little bit. All right. We'll be right back.
One of the main reasons I did decide to join the registry is because the lack of African American representation on the registry. It's our responsibility to register. This is something that we can control. You can do this. Think about if it was your child. Think about if it was your sister. Don't let fear be the only reason that you don't save a life.
My name's Quentin O'Donnell. I'm 19 years old, and I was born and raised in Boulder, Colorado. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, and since then, I have been doing 3 years of treatment. For the future, I hope that I'm able to beat my disease and just be a normal person. I want to go to college, I want to continue to race, maybe be a professional driver one day, and just keep on living. That's my goal.
All right, we are back after that quick word. All right, we're ready to have an interview with the top three. Do you got the right now, Zach, to move drivers?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right, good deal. All right, well, we're gonna have our interview with the top two. Look like we got
like
third,
top two. Yep.
third position. So, all right, well, let's bring up second place here, Bud, and have a conversation with him. Oh, and we have somebody, Charles, Robert up here at Freaky Fest. You got a copy there, man?
No, he's gone.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought he wanted to hop in.
I think he
here
walked in the
quick.
wrong room.
Yeah. He opened up the door and said, whoops, wrong room.
All right, here.
There you go, bud.
Pull the 53 up. I guess I'll get an interview in here, Bud. Hey, Bud, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Zach, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. Wow, I just got to ask you, how was that run there at the end? You restarted 8th, and you end up coming home 2nd after a few cars there ended up sideways. So how did that feel, Bud?
I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised. But you just got to hang with it. Keep running. Keep stay fast and hope for the best. Coming to the line like that.
Yeah, it definitely was a close finish between you and the 83. You're able to inch him out to get 2nd there, and you started 3rd. You came home 2nd, so you did gain yourself one position. But I know you weren't always up in the front tonight, so really we talked about it a lot. How was it following a race car in that dirty air here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
Oh, it's not bad. The worst thing is pushing wise. I think getting that run coming down the straightaway and just having that much more speed to deal with going into 1 and 3. Hey, I hate that for those guys up front though. Charles and I think Ryan Kelly had incidents there on that last lap, and just got lucky this time.
Hey, sometimes luck is what we need, and fortunately it helped you out tonight to get you that 2nd place position. Before I let you go tonight, Bud, anybody want to send a shout out to?
Just all these Area 51 drivers. We're still, I think this is like midway through our first short season, and got a really great group of drivers. Couldn't ask for a better group. Just shout out to them.
Awesome, bud. Well, congrats on your second place finish tonight, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Zach. Take care.
Yep. Good night. All right, that was our second place finisher tonight of Bud Steele. And Robert, I know we didn't get to talk to him the last 2 weeks, but and last week we got him in the chat, so we luckily were to get him tonight. Sorry about that, but yeah, we're able to talk to our winner who went back to back to back. So I'm sure he's excited, man. So we'll pull him up if you're ready.
Yepers, bring on Josh.
All right.
Josh, Robert up here in the booth. Got a copy, man?
I got you, Robert.
Oh, there you are. All right, man. Hey, well, we didn't get to talk to you last week. We didn't get to talk to you the previous week, but my question to you real quick, how's it feel to be back to back to back hat trick like Brian Johnson said in the broadcast? Wow, man. How's it feel?
I don't know. It's pretty surreal, to be honest. Kind of unbelievable to try to take it all.
Oh man, I can imagine. I mean, you know, you'll win the last 3 races here in the Cup on here at Area 51. You know, tonight you started out here in the 20th position, didn't qualify so well, but you only led 3 laps of 75 laps, with your fastest lap being a 49.018. So what was your strategy through the whole race, starting all the way back in the back of the pack and getting yourself all the way up to make it 3 in a row?
Well, the first half was just survive, try not to use up all my fast repairs. And then once we got into that pit window where it was one more stop, I started focusing on moving forward and kind of got lucky there at the end. I don't know, I had good long run speed, so I felt good before the last caution. And then I felt really lucky to be able to work my way up after that caution.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we noticed that too. We were starting to say, and Zach actually brought it up. He started looking at your lap times after about 16 laps on your tires. You started mowing down the front 5. You were running back there to, I think, position 6th or 7th, somewhere around there, and you were coming. You were a lot faster than them top 5, top 6 cars, and we were like, wait a minute. He's got some speed going on there. So how was the dirty air for you tonight? To get to up there and then keep running as fast as you were, with the dirty air when you got the sniff of it. What were you doing there to keep that car underneath you?
You really got to change your corner entry, like 1 and 3. You just got to expect that understeer and it's all about lifting at the right time, in my opinion, and getting the car to cut and going from there. But saving tires is a big thing. The first few laps, if you can save some tire wear, it'll pay off later. But like the first half of the race or so, I was just conserve, and try not to get in any accidents.
Yes, I don't blame you, man. But all right, man. Well, congratulations. This is the first time at Freaky Fast that we actually had back-to-back winner. Do you think you're gonna be able to make it back-to-back, or are we gonna say that all year? Do you think you can just sweep the whole season?
Well, I've gotten lucky so far, so hey, maybe one more could be a possibility. I know it's going to end sooner or later, though.
Right. Luck always runs out eventually. I would go tomorrow and get a lottery ticket.
Yeah, I'm all over that.
There you go. All right, man. Before I let you go celebrate your win, is there anybody you want to give a final shout out to here tonight that's been watching?
Just friends and family. Of course, Area 51. It's a pretty legit league. And then Freaky Fast for the broadcast.
All right. Well, congratulations again, man. And hopefully we will talk to you next week in Victory Lane again and say we have a 4-time winner for the first time at Area 51. But we wish you the best of luck the rest of the week, man.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, everybody. That was your winner for the third time in a row. That's super impressive. And the closer, we should call him, I guess, Josh Coley in the 33.
Yeah, Josh is that nickname just came up, man. He did it in the first race, he did it in the second race, and he did it in the third race. And this is the first time Brian's got to experience this. But he did it in the past 2 races. Brian's like, all of a sudden, whoa, hey, where did he come from? And what's really freaky about it is that freaky. The first race, we didn't talk about him at all until like the last lap. It was like, whoa,
wow.
Talladega. Yeah, like where did he come from? And it was a big wreck at the end of the race, and he drove right through it and got that win. And it was awesome. So if no one's seen that the broadcast, make sure you go back and check out the Las Vegas and Daytona race. It was very, very fun watching him come up through the field at Las Vegas and surviving with that draft package there at Las Vegas, but definitely what happened at Daytona. So
it was definitely interesting. And then to come to here in Indianapolis, and pull that off. And I got to point out also, he finished first, and Bud finished second. They were on the same row on that restart, both 7th and 8th on that last final restart. So
interesting.
Big moves there to get to that lead, and super impressive from them too.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, Josh is kind of like he's like a tiger in the jungle, sitting in a bush, just sitting there waiting as the leaders come on by, and then with 10 laps to go, it pounces and gets it.
Ain't that
sometimes that's what you got to do. So certain people, that driving style fits them very, 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 very well, and it fits him pretty much perfectly, as he's 3-0.
Yep. Well, like you said there, Brian, he got the hat trick. We'll see if he can go for, I don't even know what they call the 4th. What is
quad?
I know there's a name for it.
I know too. And
quad.
The what? Quad?
The quad.
Okay.
He did a quad.
All right. He's going to go for the quad, lifting 300 pounds. All right. So, I don't know. All right. Well, let's go through the unofficial results here, Brian. I don't even know where I was going with that.
Yeah, well, tonight your winner going to be going for the quad, Josh Coley.
Jesus.
First place. Bud Steele's going to finish in second, with Jack Walls in third place to round out your podium. Ken Worley is going to finish fourth. Logan Helton fifth. James Ledford sixth. John Brill seventh. Dwight Plesh eighth. David Leclerc ninth. Michael W. Spell 10th. Ted Decker Jr. 11th. James Collier 12th. Donald Stewart 13th. Tyler Hurlbut 14th. Ryan Kelly 15th. Eric Laurie 16th. Robert David Ballantyne 17th. Dude Conrad 18th. Charles Johnson 19th. Gabe Butler 20th. Jim Brooks 21st. Robert Richards 22nd. John Stathicus 23rd. David Edwards 24th. Dylan Lemaster 25th. Brad L. Bothwell 26th. And Raymond Rittenauer II will round out the field in 27th.
All right. Good job, Brian. Thank you very much for that. That's your unofficial results here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway here, the oval side of things of NASCAR. With Area 51, what's your guys' final thoughts before we sign off and get ready to get crazy this weekend at Racing Freaks?
And it was typical Indy. Had some guys push it out wide and won. And tires were not a huge issue, as everybody was able to get tires on the regular on the same lap usually, but we did see some guys take two. Didn't work out too well. Some guys late in the race, like the 44 there, made his bed, had to stay out on some slightly older tires that didn't quite work out as he would have hoped there. But it was all around a great race, a lot of action that happened. Unfortunately for a handful of guys got taken out in this race and had to finish at the back. But the 13 made an awesome move to the front, and that was pretty cool. It was, Indy, if you can choose your time right and have the right finesse, you can make some awesome moves. And just leads to a great race to watch in the end.
Yeah, I gotta completely agree with you there, Brian. Because shout out to Ryan Kelly, heck of a race for me. He made a heck of a move to get that lead, and if the caution didn't come out that time, we may be we're talking about him winning this race because that gave a chance for Josh and everybody to re-rack him and go back at because you got to remember Josh was in seventh at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And that final restart, wild stuff. What a great ending there! Congrats again to Josh on that third or on the third win in a row. And yeah, that was a great one. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that ended there.
Oh, yeah, I was with you on that one too. Congratulations to Josh getting back to back to back. I second everything these guys were saying, especially that 13 moving up through the field and doing what he did there. That was a good move. He was trying to haul down Josh to get that first win of the season here at Area 51, but unfortunately, he hit the wall coming out of 4 and put him down in entrance of pit road. But he gave everything he had, to make it there. So with that being said, we will be live again. See here Monday night at Slide Job Racing League, and then next Thursday we'll be live with Area 51 again here. But Freaky Fast here. I'd like to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in out there. We do apologize for the YouTube side of things again. We all know how that goes, and sometimes things work and sometimes things don't. But until then, we will catch you next week, and God bless everybody. Peace out. Love yous all.
Later, fellas.